Analysis for proficiency in English. Today's editorial is all about related to polity. It is about a political turmoil in Haryana. Not difficult to comprehend, an easy one, a short editorial, not too many words, not even 10 words, and many words are quite familiar. Let us start the session with the question, what is the enrichment? As usual, comprehension skill related to polity, effective vocabulary, grammar consolidation, effective English, a few idioms are there, and mini mocks. Let us ask the question, what is this editorial about? This editorial discusses the current political turmoil, as I said. Turmoil means disturbance. Current political turmoil where? In Haryana, specifically focusing on the dynamics within the state assembly. Right now, general elections are on, but this deals with state assembly, so it has been specified. What is the tone? The tone of the editorial is analytical and critical, as usual. Let us go to editorial vocabulary. The very first word, turmoil, an important word. Turmoil, part of speech noun, meaning refers to a state of confusion, disturbance, chaos. Chaos is an important word, chaotic situation, total confusion. Synonyms, chaos, upheaval. Upheaval on a large scale, it goes with revolt. On a large scale, upheaval. It also goes with a natural disaster on a large scale. We use, not exactly relevant here. Disorder, tumult is an important word. And confusion, simple word. Disruption has a different connotation. Disruption goes more with interruption. And the typical combination, disruption of services at the time of COVID, if you remember. Interruption of services. I appreciate that still. Antonyms, calm, peace, order, simple words. We have already got so many times now, these words should be at your fingertips. What are the words? Tranquil, serene. Very good, Vijay Lakshmi. I was about to write that one. The third word you have to recollect, placid. All the three words are very important. Quiet, also a simple word. Antonyms, these two words plus placid you have to remember. Look at the example. The company faced a turmoil following the sudden resignation of its CEO. Usually I tell, placate also, very good, busy life. I tell students turmoil goes with politics, political turmoil. But here the example deals with business. Disturbance, why? Following the sudden resignation of its CEO. Obviously. CEO is the main person who runs the show. If the CEO resigns suddenly, the company gets into trouble. Total chaotic situation. It goes with business as well. But for the word sudden, there's an important word. What is it? Abrupt. I had to stop abruptly, means suddenly, because of a technical problem. That is an important word you have to learn and remember. Assert. I always tell youngsters to be assertive. Assert is verb. Assertive, which part of speech is it? Try to guess. Assertive is adjective. You have to be assertive. Means what? One meaning, emphasize, assert. But actually assertive nature is required at the workplace. Imagine tomorrow you get the job and your boss tells you to do something that is not according to rules and regulations, against breach of rules and regulations. Because you are young, you may not say no to your boss, you may hesitate. But that is the time you have to be firm and say, I will not do. If you do that, we use the term, you are assertive. At the workplace, you should always be assertive. But assert means to state a fact or belief confidently and forcefully. You can also think of the word firmly. Confidently, forcefully, and firmly. Synonyms, declare, affirm. Proclaim has a different connotation, to state publicly. Simple words. Antonyms, deny goes with everyday English. Refute, same thing. Retract, important word. They have other connotations, renounce. And what is the example here? She asserted her authority by making it clear what needed to be done. That is the next word. She asserted her authority by telling them what to be done. A good example. Next one, disgruntled. Usually this goes with employees. It also goes with workers. Disgruntled employees, disgruntled workers. In this context, defy also, very good, Shreya. It goes with political leaders in this context. Disgruntled describes someone who is displeased or discontented. We have already got this word, not happy, not satisfied. Often due to perceived unfair treatment or dissatisfaction. Perceived may not be real, imagined. Unfair treatment. Why I said it goes with workers. At the workplace, usually workers feel they are being treated unfairly. Based on that, they have this feeling of dissatisfaction. Then we use the word disgruntled workers. Synonyms: dissatisfied, unhappy, discontented, disgruntled, repeated, displeased. Antonyms: satisfied, content, pleased, happy, fulfilled. Example: the disgruntled employees demanded better working conditions. As I said, it goes with employees. The disgruntled employees demanded better working conditions. Usually it happens. The next word, incumbent. We have got many a time. Incumbent means what? One in power, either an officer or the PM or the CM who holds power, incumbent. Part of speech adjective. Incumbent refers to the current holder of an office or position, typically a job or in politics. Job, workplace, politics, government. Synonyms: holder, occupant, current, present, existing. And antonyms: former, past, previous, outgoing, ex. Here, former means before, a different meaning. But already you have learned two words which are very important. What are those two words you have to recollect? Former, latter. First in position, second in position. Example: the incumbent president was re-elected for a second term. Means the current president has been re-elected for a second term. Exactly, second in position. Who is that? Vijaya Sagar. Intervene also we have got many a time. Intervention, noun form, intervene, verb. Intervene means to come between two parties or take action to prevent something from happening. Usually this goes with court. Court intervenes. Means what? It takes a lot of time. Who is this Ramakrishna? If I do that, I can do that, but it takes more time. Already we are spending so much time on vocabulary. And because of this, we are cutting down the time on editorial analysis. Earlier, I would spend more time on editorial analysis, touching three dimensions: comprehension, grammar, effective English, all these things. Because of we are spending almost 20 minutes on vocabulary, I have to cut down. I had to cut down over there. We should always remember this is not about vocabulary enrichment. It is about editorial analysis. This is a supplementary thing, complementary thing, not the main thing. Do remember. I still appreciate if I get some time, I will try to do that. But now it is like a race against time every day. I have to touch so many dimensions. Synonyms: intercede, an important word. Mediate, step in, a good expression. Interfere, we all know. Interpose, an important word. Antonyms: not exactly these two words, we have got many a time. But you can consider avoid, neglect, ignore. The teacher had to intervene to stop the students from arguing. You can also say the teacher had to intervene to stop the students from fighting. Arguing, fighting, any of these words could be used. Consolidate. I use this quite often. Consolidate means it has two meanings. One meaning to strengthen. Usually I use in that sense. Look at the other meaning. Consolidate means to combine or merge into a single unit. Another meaning, making stronger or more solid. Strengthen, exact words. Exact word. Synonyms, unify, integrate, merge, combine. All these one group, they go with the first meaning. And strengthen goes with the second meaning. I usually tell students, when you read a lot, every day you have to read a lot, learn a lot. If you don't revise, you cannot consolidate. After some time, you forget. How do you consolidate? By revising. Revision is the only way you can consolidate your knowledge or whatever you learn. Antonyms, divide, separate, fragment, disperse, weaken. Example, the company decided to consolidate its various departments into one streamlined division. This goes more with the first meaning, not the second meaning. Pivot, pivoting. It has two or three meanings. Pivoting refers to the act of shifting or turning direction, often quickly or decisively. You are going in one particular direction, suddenly you change the direction, then it is pivoting. Turning, changing direction, shifting, altering course. Simple expressions. Antonyms, remaining static, no movement at all. Staying fixed, same thing. Unchanged, stable. But based on the word static, I would like to tell you guys something important. There are two words you have to know. One is stationary, the other one, please respond. What is the difference between the two? There are two words. Stationary, last four letters, N-E-R-Y, N-A-R-Y. One refers to pens, papers, notebooks, pencils, what you buy regularly. The other one means a static. Which one? What you buy regularly. First one or second one? N-E-R-Y refers to what? Static or pens, pencils, notebooks, that stuff. Yes. First one goes with what you buy as a student regularly. Pens, papers, notebooks, all that. And the second one refers to the word we have got, static. This has been given many a time. Exactly. Very good. I appreciate your response. Example, the business had to undergo a major pivot. Here it has been used as a noun to adapt to the changing market demands. Markets are always dynamic, they keep changing. Based on the changing demands, the company has to change the course of action. Then we use the word pivoting. Pit. Actual meaning is, this is the literal meaning, but in the context of the editorial, against the backdrop of elections, there's one expression you have to know. Pitted against. Rahul Gandhi is pitted against someone. Means what? He is going to compete or contest against someone. That is the meaning based on the editorial context. But look at the meaning here. Pit. It can be a noun as well. Pitted describes something that has small hollows, indentations on its surface. Indented, remember the word dented. Marked, scarred, dented, grooved. A different meaning altogether. Smooth, even, unmarked, flawless. The old table was pitted with scratches and dents from years of use. When you use a table for many years, what happens? You can see the dents, you can see the scratches. It talks about a different meaning altogether. What is the next word? Strain. Part of speech, noun. It can also be a verb. Strain can refer to physical or emotional pressure, stress, or tension. Emotional or physical. A lot of stress you undergo, that is known as strain. Stress, pressure, tension, burden, demand. Antonyms: relaxation, ease, an important word. Comfort, relief. Here we don't use the word tranquility. What is the example? The long hours of work put a strain on her health. Obviously, long hours of work will definitely put a strain on your health. A relevant practical example. Those are the words, not even 10 words from today's editorial. Let us go to the stimulus, turmoil, and test. What do you understand? There's a political disturbance in Haryana. Based on that, they have to go for the rule, the incumbent party has to go to floor test on Haryana politics. What is the main idea? Haryana governor must ask the government to prove its majority. That is a floor test. Must has two functions. You all know, I have been telling you guys. One, it is used to express a personal obligation imposed by the speaker. Second, it is used to convey the idea something is compulsory. Here, obligation imposed by the editorial, by the writer. Governor must do something, must do what? Ask the government to prove its majority. How does it start? Haryana is in political turmoil after three independent MLAs withdrew their support to the ruling BJP and its former coalition partner, the Janayak Janata Party JJP, offered support to Congress to form an alternative government. What is the incumbent government here? BJP. And earlier, now the number 43, majority 45 should be there. And it lost the majority because two reasons. One reason, three independent MLAs withdrew support. Second reason, a former coalition partner withdrew support, JJP, now offering support to the Congress party. Because of these two reasons, the BJP, the incumbent government, lost majority, and time has come to prove its majority. In the 90-member state assembly, which currently has an effective strength of 88, the BJP government led by Chief Minister Nayab Singh Saini appears to be in a minority with 43 MLAs by its side. It needs 45 for a majority. As I said, for the majority, what is the number required? 45. And the incumbent government, BJP party, it has only 43. What does it mean? Offer related to which subject? JJP. You are talking about this. And more information. Its former coalition partner, the Janayak Janata Party, offered support to the Congress. It talks about the party, JJP party. That's what I have written. Coming to the majority, 45, but BJP has 43 MLAs. But BJP leaders assert that their government is under no threat, and if there be any need, other MLAs will support them. An indicator of support from disgruntled MLAs of the JJP. What it says, now BJP has 43, it should have 45. But the BJP says, we are not worried, nothing is going to happen. And based on that, they also, one step ahead, they also feel if at all the situation demands floor test, nothing to worry because they feel they have the support of some disgruntled MLAs from the JJP party. That is their confidence. The Congress, it talks about based on the present situation, based on the present political turmoil, the other two parties, one is the BJP incumbent party, the other two parties, JJP and the Congress, they have approached the governor, but both the parties had different demands. This talks about that. The Congress and the JJP have come out all guns blazing at the BJP, means pointing at the BJP, but appear to be moving with a guarded approach, careful approach, by putting the onus. Onus is an important word. What does it mean? A responsibility. The onus is on you, means the responsibility is on you. They are moving with a guarded approach by putting the onus to initiate the process of bringing down the incumbent government on each other. There is a political turmoil. Based on that, the two major other parties, the JJP and the Congress, they are moving with a guarded approach. What they're trying to do, they're trying to put the onus on the other party to initiate the process of bringing down the incumbent government. They're playing with each other. There's one important expression. Try to answer my question, each other. Which part of speech is it? There are two words you have to know. Each other, one another. I think I have already told you guys. Each other, one another. Reciprocal pronouns. What is the difference? My pleasure. What is the difference? When we are talking about two persons or two things, we should use each other. More than two, one another. Very good. Reciprocal pronouns. Both parties have asked Governor Bandaru Dattatreya to intervene. Both the parties approached the governor. They wanted the governor to intervene. But here, each one has a different demand. It begins with the Congress, then it goes to the JJP. While the Congress has demanded, present perfect tense, immediate assembly polls under President's rule. What is the demand of the Congress party? Immediate assembly polls under President's rule. The JJP has asked the governor to seek an immediate floor test. The Congress wanted the immediate assembly polls under President's rule, but the JJP, a different demand, has asked the governor to seek an immediate floor test to decide the majority, to determine the majority of the incumbent government in the Legislative Assembly. Two different demands, but both approached the governor. The Congress and the JJP are trying to consolidate their base in the midst of, an important phrase, in the middle of. Floor test is a test in the assembly to prove the party's majority. It goes with assembly. Who is this Murthy? Here, floor test means, imagine there's assembly or a particular state assembly. A party is in ruling party. How do they get the power? Because they have beyond the majority, required majority, they form the government. And when some MLAs or some who supported them, they withdraw the support, or some MLAs leave the party, the number comes down. Then what happens? They have to go for the floor test. That means they have to prove the majority. Already the public manifest, if you take the public verdict in favor of the party, that's why they could form the government. But subsequent to that, some MLAs resigned or left the party. Second time they have to prove, but this time in the assembly. That is known as floor test. Have you got it, Madhuri? The Congress and the JJP are trying to consolidate their base in the midst of general election and in the run-up to the assembly election, which is due to be held in normal course in October. In this, my pleasure, in this political turmoil, disturbed or chaotic state, these two parties, what are they trying to do? The JJP and the Congress, they are trying to consolidate their position. And what is the present scenario? One thing, general elections, and the other, the assembly elections, normal course to be conducted in the month of October. At least 2 of the 10 JJP MLAs have declared their support to BJP candidates in the Lok Sabha polls. At least 2 of the 10 JJP MLAs have declared their support to the BJP candidates in the Lok Sabha polls. And it is getting hard for the JJP to keep its flock together. An important expression. keep its flock together, means keep all the MLAs within the party. Imagine two MLAs, they belong to the JJP party, but they have declared openly support to the BJP party. Those are contesting as MPs. After parting ways with the BJP, an important expression. Earlier, they were coalition partners, BJP and the JJP. Then they worked for some time together. Then they parted ways. Parted ways means go in different directions. An important expression you have to remember. After parting ways with the BJP, the JJP, which draws its support largely from the agrarian class, primarily the Jat community, has upped the ante against its former partner. Who is the former partner of the JJP? The BJP. Initially, they were together. Later, they got separated. After separation, the JJP is trying to attack the BJP party, which is a former coalition partner. And this particular party, JJP, it gets its support from where? The Jat community. In March this year, when the BJP replaced the Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar with Naib Singh Saini, it indicated the party's strategy to sharpen its caste-based politics, pivoting towards a non-Jat constituency. This sentence talks about the strategy of the BJP party. In March, what happened? The BJP party replaced the Prime Minister. That time, the CM? Who was the CM? Manohar Lal Khattar. He was replaced. They took Naib Singh Saini. Naib Singh Saini became the CM. In that process, there was a strategy. What is that strategy? It indicated the party's strategy to sharpen its caste-based politics, pivoting, moving in the direction of towards a non-Jat constituency. JJP's strength is Jat community. Now the BJP is going towards non-Jat constituency. Means they're trying to take the support of those who are not Jats. Haryana witnessed a violent pro-Jat quota stir in the year 2016, and the agitation left Jats and non-Jats pitted against each other. Something happened way back in 2016. What happened? There was a violent pro-Jat quota stir, means reservation for Jats. There was some sort of agitation, violent agitation. And based on that, the community over there got divided. They got pitted against each other. One Jats, the other one non-Jats. And the agitation left Jats and non-Jats pitted against each other, straining inter-community relations. When they're pitted against each other, obviously the relations, inter-community relations get strained. The Congress appears to be channelizing its energy to form the next government for a full term of 5 years. What is the strategy of the Congress? It is not in a hurry. It is moving very carefully, and it is channelizing its energy. Channelize or streamline means take in a particular direction, be focused. To have the full term, to form the next government for a full term of 5 years, instead of focusing on any possibility of a short term gain. Congress is not looking for the short term gain, it is looking for full 5-year term. The political turmoil has cast a long shadow of doubt on the Saini government's legislative majority. All this turmoil, the disturbance, the chaotic situation, now there's an element of doubt whether he will continue as a CM or not. Doubt on the incumbent government. The governor should take appropriate measures to clear the doubts regarding the numbers. Again, the main idea of the editorial being reiterated, but here a different helping verb. Should were used to advise or suggest to someone. Here it is more of advice. The governor should take appropriate measures to clear the doubts regarding the numbers. How can he do that? Flow test is the only way. Let us go to a short editorial. Today's editorial, easy from two angles. One very short, Second, not even 10 words. Almost all the words are familiar words. Let us go to mini mocks. Question number 1. You should get all the 5 correct. Should not be that difficult. Read the first one. What action have both the Congress and the JJP demanded from the governor? Both the parties demanded something from the governor. What exactly did they demand? Immediate resignation? No. Dissolution? No. Intervention to address the political turmoil? Answer is C. Very good. You guys got it right. What strategy has the BJP employed to maintain its power in Haryana? Offering incentives to opposition members? Focusing on non-Jat constituencies? Clearly mentioned. You don't have to look at the other options. You can save a few seconds. Every second matters in the exam. Not correct, not correct. Next one. What community primarily supports the Janayak Janata Party, JJP, in Haryana? There are only two groups, Jats, non-Jats. Which group supports JJP? Obviously, Jat community. You don't have to look beyond. Clearly mentioned in the editorial. Which event in 2016 strained inter-community relations in Haryana? A particular event caused strain on inter-community relations. What is that event related to what? General elections, farmer protests, religious conflicts, caste-based violence. Jats wanted quota, violent agitation, pro-Jat quota. That resulted in strain on inter-community relations. C is the answer. What has the Congress prioritized over short-term gains in Haryana? Congress is not looking for short-term gains. And what is its priority? What has been prioritized by the Congress party? Expanding its political base, immediate intervention from the governor, resolution of inter-party conflicts, formation of a stable government for a full term. Clearly mentioned. Good. Have you got all the 5 correct? Let us go to error location questions. Read the first one, try to spot the error. After 23 years, when he worked as a cook in a state run school, celebrating writer Manoranjan Baipari can now work amidst books. Very good, Ramakrishna. Highly appreciable. Please go to error location, try to spot the error. Question number 1. First, you tell the part, tell what is wrong with that part. That will help in the long run. No one has responded. How come? Vijay Lakshmi says a fourth part. No, nothing wrong with the fourth part. Only one responded, but nothing wrong with the fourth part. Perfect. Busy Life says second part. Nothing wrong with the second part. Ramakrishna says third part. There is an error in the third part. What is wrong with the third part? Here we cannot say celebrating writer. We have to say celebrated. It's a standard expression. Celebrated artist, celebrated writer, celebrated actor means very popular, recognized, celebrated writer, very popular, achieved success, accomplished writer. Celebrating is not the right word. Celebrated writer. Not easy, no problem. Look at the second one. Technological giants like Google, Facebook, and TCS have allowed their employees to work from home for the foreseeable future. Okay. It has been used as an adjective. Celebrated writer. Writer, noun. Celebrated writer, adjective. What is redundancy here? No, no. If you get this right, you're a good reader, meticulous reader. There is an error. The very first part, there is a problem. What is the spelling of this word, Jains? Giants, not Gai. What is the correct spelling? Giant, how do you spell? Public demands, now you got it. Giants, not Ga. The spelling is wrong. That is the error. Every word matters, do remember. When you read the sentence, you have to read meticulously. Means what? Looking at the minutest details. Respect every word. Only then you can spot. Question number 3. The hallmark street pageant of the state's cultural capital usually brought the curtains down on the festival celebrations. There's one word that acts as a clue for you to spot the error. Question number 3. If you focus on that word, you can spot the error within no time. Third part. You're right, but what is wrong with the third part? Wonderful, Kanna Arts. Here, the clue for you, usually. Usually means a repeated action, habitual action. Which tense are you supposed to use? Present tense. Here the subject is singular. Based on that, you have to say brings. Something brings the curtains down. Simple present. Exactly. Wonderful. The hallmark street pageant of the state's cultural capital. This is a phrase. Don't consider. And what is the key word in the phrase? Third person singular. Then we have to use present. Subject is third person singular, affirmative. We should add s or es to the verb. Brings the curtains down. Go to the last slide. Phrasal verbs. At the outset, they may look a little confusing, but you read carefully, you should get all the 5 correct. Razzle up, quicken up, pile up, own up, nuzzle up. First, you try to get the easy one. Quicken up, expedite, make something fast. Here, accelerate, increase. Pile up. Files are getting piled up. Work is getting piled up. Pile up means what? Accumulate. Easy ones. Own up. Own up your mistakes means what? Confess, admit, own. You're left with 2. 1 and 5. Provide, obtain, get hold of. 1. Become close and comfortable by small wriggling actions. This goes with B. Nuzzle up. And ruzzle up is C. Have you got the correct order? No, Kanna Arts. First one is C, not D. Nuzzle up means become close and comfortable by small wriggling actions or movements. First one is C and the last one is B. What is the correct order? C, D, E, A, B. This is the correct order. Has anyone got all the 5 correct? C, D, E, A, B. That's all for today. Have a nice day and join the Telegram group. We provide the PDF immediately. Try to access the PDF, work on important words, and thanks for being with me till the fag end of the session. Thank you.